Oh, mic test, here we go. We are online. I'm gonna actually post this. I'm gonna post this to my Instagram. Instagram. Oh, I need a picture. Okay, I'm just posting this quickly on my story, and then we'll get started. Story on Instagram. You can follow me at MSFSViews. I don't know if that's in there or not. I might have to add it. But do I need to do? Or I could just write text, please. Okay, that doesn't work. Go to more. What? Gonna just quickly get connected on vatsim. And nobody's online, so 0677. We're gonna put that in when we start the plane. We're gonna start up the plane using the APU today. Okay. Let's go with our originating checklist. Before we start the plane, let's make sure that the parking brake is set. The nose wheel steering is off, the hydraulics are off, the gears in the down position, spoilers are throttles are shut off and the flaps are 0. WX radar is off, ADG is not deployed, and landing gear and emergency flaps are good. Up top, battery master is going to come on, and we are going to start the APU by opening it. Wait for the open. APU is open, we're going to start it. We're going to come here, turn on nav and hydraulic 3A, window heat and AC. Fire detection test. Probably should have done that before we started the APU, but fire system okay. APU is firing up. Hydraulic 3A is on. IRS is 1 and 2 into the nav position, and the FMC will wait for it to load, and then it will tell us. Turn off our displays and the overhead panel. Standby compass there. Arm those. Other side too. We are going to get the lights on. And display brightness can come up. And that's just about it for that side. Control this by flood. Integrated lighting. And a little bit on the circuit breakers. This is all done. APU, just making sure it's started up in here, and the generator is on. So that's where we hear the AC in the back. Make sure that our nav data is correct. Then we'll come over to our position page and tell the plane where we are. Grab GPS position 1, come right to there. Then we'll start our flight plan, Aspen to Phoenix, with an alternate being, I don't even know what that airport is, I'm going to have to look. What is GCM? Grand Canyon. Very interesting, alternate, but we'll use it. Nav lights on. Flight plan, we're in the middle of doing that. Let's continue. Flight number 2954 today. Right in the box. We'll hit execute. We're gonna hit up with the departures and arrivals. What did it give us today? Give us the pin 5 departure with the LINDZ transition, which doesn't exist, I guess. So we're gonna have to put that in manually. We're runway 33 here. We're gonna come back to the flight plan. The when? Oh, it's the first waypoint. Is that the first waypoint? No, it's not. Oh, it is. That's an issue. Okay. We need to fix that. That's not right. Interesting, we can't put that there. Okay, that's fine. KEEPP. KEEPP. Direct to MROON. MROON 5. Shout out to MROON 5. We're gonna do HBU. Eagle 6. INW. ILS 26. Now we're going to come to our flight plan and make sure everything's good. So, I'm just going to look at our transitions. See if where Gleno is. So Gleno's right here, okay. So it's on the route. Just wanted to make sure it was on the route. And then we are going to verify that LINDZ is the next. Boyat, LINDZ, KEEPP, CLIMN, MROON, HBU, INW, start of the arrival, Eagle, Homer, Venom, BCD, Basil, Serval, Degal, and then we are just gonna get rid of this, because even if air traffic control is online, I mean, it's a straight in to runway 26. You can just see how runway 26 is right here. This is one of the most easiest to purchase just because of that. I don't like how this is showing. I don't really want it to be overlaying, but that's fine. So the flight plan is good. We're gonna go to VNAV and put in 320/.77. I want to put this plane as fast as it can possibly go. Then we'll put 320/.77 right there. We'll go on to flight level 360 today for. I can't stand how the spoilers. The spoiler right there is just killing me. Flight level 360. I'm gonna verify that. Yeah, flight plan says it. Okay, and the third page, 0.77/320. And that's just it for now. We're gonna go into VNAV here, get rid of the airports, ETAs can come. Radios page, we got, what was the squawk? We got 0677 today, 0677. Right into the box, 122.8, but in America we use tower frequency and tower. Tower is on 118.85, 118.85, right there. Put 122.8 into our standby. By the way, that's a big hack in the CRJ. You don't need to spin knobs. You can just put it in the FMC. Saves a lot of time, a lot of effort. Moving forward, 06. So VNAV is done. We're going to come back to here and go to perf init, but we're going to do it first on the tablet. So passengers on today's flight is going to be 62. 62 passengers on board, and the cargo total is, we're going to kick this up to 1,000. So 1,000 in the front, 825 in the back. Or maybe we should do just 825. $825 in the front and 1,000 in the back. And for the fuel, we've got 12,763 on board. And we're gonna set payload in the simulator, copy perf stuff into the FMC, and then we're gonna come back to here and just verify that we have everything correct, and we just cargo, fuel looks good, flight altitude, no. That's 360, so in case we come back, we're going, actually 370, 35, sorry, we're going one under. Next page, go to our reserves. So the reserves today, 4,600 as our final, and our taxi fuel is going to be 375. very short taxi. We were probably not going to use a lot of fuel on this flight. At least at least not less than it says we are. We're looking pretty good here. Very beautiful scenery today. I love Aspen. I mean, like, look at this. The mountains. This isn't even like a Google Maps mod. This is just Aspen, and I love it. It's the default Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know if it comes in the Premium Deluxe or not, but it's just one heck of an airport, and a very challenging one. Anyways, coming back into the cockpit, we're going to continue on with the originating checklist, which consists of set the V speeds. And I don't know why these are all on 0, which is really annoying because I really want to set these. How do I get the V speeds? I guess we'll just have to do it manually in a minute, but saying we were going to do the regular flows. So there's a lot of flows about the audio panel, but honestly I just leave it on VHF1, speaker, and both. I mean, like, there's not a lot to play with. I know that the checklist that I have says a lot, but we're not, like, gonna do all that because my microphone works fine on vatsim, and that's all that matters. It's not like I have a co-pilot next to me that matters. Anyways, Skycam, turn this guy on now. Sure nobody gets into the cockpit. Audio warning, that's over here, that's off. DC service is going to remain off. Battery master on. IDGs are going to be guarded and flush. AC access X-Fir should be no light. All generators should be in auto. Power X-Fir should be off. And these guys, the X-Fir should be off. The hydraulic backups should be off and guarded. We're going to go to the fuel pumps and turn those guys. Oh, never mind. They're going to remain off for right now. Gravity, X-Flow, no light. Left and right fuel off. X-Flow override off. Wing AI crossfeed should be in the normal position. Bleed valve should be auto. ISO should be closed. Bleed source should be both on engines. APU should be available, which it is. Our engine starter should be off. Our ignition should be off. Now, this is where we test our hydraulics. We're going to put them all into on and go to hydraulic page. They all show 30%. Then we're going to shut off these ones. They should all lose pressure, and this one should remain on green with 3000. Interesting why that still shows PSI. So 3A stays on. Now these all can go into the auto position. Cabin pressure. So this is a really annoying one with Aspen. In case we have to come back to the airport to make an emergency landing, we're just gonna have the Aspen, the Aspen landing elevation, which is 7840. 7840. So this is a very long cabin pressure steer. This is all just as a precaution in case we need to come back to Aspen, is that our pressure is going to be good. So we're going to steer this all the way to 78.4. If you look on the bottom left, that's where you can see should be 7840. It is. That's perfect. So cabin pressure is good. Main LTL. Hold emergency. Flush. Pressure continuous is off. No light. Main rate fully decreased. Left and right packs are on. Recirculation fan is on. Manual is as desired. As desired, as desired. After cargo should be off. De-ice test on then off. Not really sure what the de-ice test is. Turn on seatbelt sign. We're gonna go energize glare shield. No lights. Okay. Stall test. GPWS callout test. Nose wheel steering off. Lighting as desired. Wipe corrosion. Park. Stall protection pusher. Brightness as desired. Radar and terrain plus TFC on now.
Pull up. Terrain.
Speeds. Okay, we're gonna do the speeds now.
Up. Don't sink.
So takeoff performance.
Don't sink. Too low. Terrain.
We get on the
Too low. Gear.
It gives us
Too low.
71.8.
Too low. Terrain. Glide slope. Bank angle.
3.3. Flap setting is going to be
minimum
on 8.
1,000.
The wind
500.
currently.
400. 300.
The wind variable at 4.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
The wind 4 knots.
Wind shear.
Temperature.
Wind shear.
That is, should be
Wind
22.
shear. Too
22.
low. Terrain.
And
Caution. Terrain.
3043.
Caution. Terrain. Terrain. Terrain.
Service condition is wet? I don't think so. Looks dry to me. We're going to do dry.
Obstacle. Obstacle. Pull up.
We're going to click create. It's going to give us flaps 8 for departure. Max runway weight exceeded. That's interesting. I'm just a little confused because if we landed on the runway, we're pretty much weighing near this. Why doesn't it give us the V speeds? This flight is fun in real life. I mean, like, what is the max takeoff weight? Oh, we are over max takeoff weight. So what we're gonna have to do, 7,400, calculate. Okay, so we're gonna have to fix some things here. We're gonna have to kick off like 400 pounds of cargo. Okay, try this again. 7,400, and it still doesn't populate the V speeds. What is wrong with the sim? Max takeoff weight. What? It should populate, no? What? Why won't it do this? This doesn't make sense. What am I doing wrong? And Max runway weight exceeded. This doesn't not make sense. How could we not have V speeds? Something's not right here. We're gonna have to do something about this, but in the meantime, we'll get Volanta open. That is crazy how we don't have V speeds. And okay, Volanta is open, but now we don't have V speeds, so we gotta do something about that. It's a pretty big issue, I'm not gonna lie. In the meantime, we can set our QNH to 3043. 3043. We can set our altitude for departure. It's gonna be straight up to 50360. 360, and the speed we're climbing at, we don't know. Our departure runway is runway 33, which is a heading of 331. 331 is set. Oh, the QNH is only set on my side. That's fine. Okay, we really gotta get V speeds. I think we should push back, get the V speeds after we push. So continuing onwards, Barrow set, cockpit voice recorder test. Doing this right now. Good. They say take out the parking brake before you do the anti. Skid test complete, parking brake set.
Unit bay overheat.
That test is good. Ground parks off.
Gas system test okay.
Captain, the cabin is secure. All passengers are aboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the captain and crew, welcome aboard this flight. We hope you enjoy flying with us. Before takeoff, we would like to encourage all passengers to watch our cabin crew display the safety features of the aircraft.
What's primary? Hey gentlemen, welcome aboard this flight, Skywest 2954 with service to Phoenix. Flight time today is going to be 1 hour and 13 minutes up in the air. We've got a block time of 1 hour and 43. We'll be cruising at 36,000 feet, and we've got a headwind of 5 knots. Let's see our weather. It could get a little bit bumpy, but not really. Take off. Oh, as we take off the Raspin, yeah, it's definitely going to be a very bumpy ride out of here. It could be bumpy on the way in to Phoenix, but we're not sure yet. We've got 62 souls on board today. got 2 flight attendants and captain and co-pilot here. Flight attendants are here for your safety and your safety only, so please listen to them. Hope you enjoy your flight. Thank you for choosing SkyWest. We'll be on our way shortly. There's the pilot briefing. We're done with that. And flight attendants arm doors and cross-check. They already gave us the heads up that the cabin is secure, but just wanted to make sure that they know. And everything here looks good. Parking brake is set. Nose wheel steering is off. Hydraulics are off. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong checklist. That's awkward. This is the right checklist. Here we go. Pre-startup. Navs are set. ADFs are set. Radios are set. IFR clearance is received. Nav sources in the FMC. Courses, headings are all set. Altitude restriction is known. Actually, let's verify these altitude restriction. Right here at Boyett is going to be 210 at 9400. That's easy to hit. And then the next one is between 15,000 and 5019 or 0. Not difficult at all. And the speeds we're going to fix after we push back. Windows and doors closed and locked. Cockpit door locked. Parking brake set. Beacon is now on. Left and right fuel boost pumps are on. Bleed valve is in the auto position. Hydraulics all auto and on. ECAM verify 40 PSI on here on the electrical page. Not the electrical page. Maybe the hydraulic page? Yeah, that makes sense. PSI, it's 3000. ECAM doors are verified. We already did that 5 seconds ago. Parking brake set, pushback clearance is received, and let's get out of here. Also remove the chocks. Requesting the pushback. Cabin lights are off. And parking brake, we're going to turn it off once they connect the tug. And I just realized they don't have a tug. That's quite an issue. Let's see if we can get a tug. Yeah, we're not getting a tug anytime soon. I mean, we could make the 180 easily, but I really would prefer a tug. And I don't think there's a tug built into this. So, looks like we're gonna have to make the 180. Okay, we'll make the 180 after we start the engines. So, parking brake set, engine start clearance received, and we're starting the right engine first. Right engine, we'll wait for N1 to hit, N2 to hit 20%. And verify that the ITT is below 200. $18, $19, $20. Fuel. We have fuel flow. 425 pumps per hour. Pounds per hour, really? Pumps per hour, maybe? 30%. Verify oil pressure and the oil temperature is rising. We have N1 rising as well. ITT rise. 50% the light should go off up top. Here comes the real rise. And 50% the rudder light is off. Engine number 2 is started. We'll start the left engine. And engine stable. Roll back 20%. As long as everything's green, you know you're doing a good job. Here we go. N2 again, 20%. And we'll let in the fuel. 17, 18, 19, 20. Here we go. Let's get the fuel again.
In case of an extreme emergency landing, you'll be instructed to get into the brace position, which is executed by placing your head between your knees with your hands over your head. We would also like to remind you that you should turn off all electronics electronic devices. We thank you for paying attention during this brief presentation.
And engine number 1 startup is complete. We'll continue with before taxi checklist. Generators 1 and 2 are auto override, buoy defoul, auto, APU stopped, APU closed, air conditioning, no lights, anti-ice. We are going to turn on anti-ice for this departure as there's a lot of precipitation in the area. We're going to turn our I don't know, like the plane was trying to move, and the ABC electrical will just verify that we do have power. I mean, we kind of know that, but whatever. Top set 8 for departure. Takeoff trim is going to be 7.6. 7.6. Flight control check. All the way forward, all the way down, left, right, good. Flight control check is complete, nose wheel steering, now armed. ECAM messages, let's go through these. On, parking brake, exfil manual, okay, perfect. Taxi light on, parking brake released, and let's kick this plane. I thought I removed the chocks. Like, I was so confident that I removed them. We're gonna strike the ground crew probably, or possibly. Never mind, the wing is very small. Or maybe, we do old school style. And we push back. I think when you have no tug operator, I mean, like... Okay, here we go. Pushing back manually. This is honestly pretty interesting. Never done this before. I know you can do it. I mean, especially in Flight Simulator, like, who cares? My rudders are so sensitive, it's unreal. I wouldn't recommend doing this as it does hurt the airplane, but when the tug doesn't show up, there's only one way to do it. I mean, like, oh. Wow. Beautiful pushback. And pushback complete. Let's start with the taxi. I know we don't have the V-speeds yet. I'm going to get them. Takes a lot more power to taxi since we're 7,800 feet up. There's no other planes here, so we're the only one at this base.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has advised that we are now clear
So,
for takeoff.
we're the only ones in Aspen, so we're going to hold short of the runway, and when we do, we're going to program our V-speed somehow. I'm going to put it in ChatGPT and figure it out. But, for takeoff, thrust reversers are armed, flight instruments are set, altimeter is set, brake temperature is 0, cabin crew seats for departure, please, TCAS is on, terrain radar on, takeoff clearance received, landing lights on, strobe lights on, parking brake off, and we're cleared for takeoff the second we get our V-speeds. So we're gonna hold short of the runway. I literally can't stand how sensitive these rudders are. We gotta fix this. Set the parking brake, hold it short of the runway, and come into here, options, because there's got to be something with these, I mean, seriously, there's nothing? So weird. Making sure my throttle works. Okay, back to performance. We need to figure out, we're in the takeoff, I mean, like, huh? You know, I don't even know what that speed that is currently in. I don't even know what VT is. The VT? Yeah, I've never heard of that. We're gonna go, if my VT speed is 196, what is my V1 and VR speed when flying in plane? Oh my gosh, you can use this as a takeoff? I'm using 196. Decision speed. 196. So that's not right. I mean, it might be, but I can't use that. So I'm just gonna use 145 and pray that my plane gets off the ground. It might not. So we're gonna do 145, pray for the best. So, you know what? 145, pray for the best. And we'll put we'll put just 210 climb. And take off. Pray for the best. This is flight simulator, not real life. Obviously, I don't even think this departure would be allowed in real life, but, and the parking brake is set, isn't it? Yeah, so I don't think it would even be allowed, this departure. Like, I don't even think we're gonna get off the ground, but it's always worth a try. If we don't get off the ground, I'm just gonna switch to, probably gonna transfer to Phoenix and do a flight probably to San Francisco, if that's good with everybody. Because I don't know if this plane's getting off the ground, honestly. Now we're gonna go engines 50%, engine stable.
Contact spoilers.
Contact what?
Contact spoilers.
Spoilers were down a little bit there, but we're back. A little bit windy here. I was trying to do a little corrections. Yeah, they were right. They were right. I would not recommend doing what I just did, but, you know.
Full up.
Prime thrust is set.
Full up.
Terrain noted, verified, aware of the situation. We're gonna go into speed and speed 210. We go flaps 1. Continuing the climb through 10,000 feet. I'm gonna redo my heading. I'm gonna turn off extra light, taxi light, and thrust reversers. After takeoff checklist, gear and flaps is up, reversers are off, thrust is in the climb, D10. Alright, let's get an outside view. Probably for the precipitation. Realistically, this week can't be 320, so we're going to 250 for a little longer. I'm going to turn on autopilot, get my hand to rest. And when we're around 18,000 feet, reset. Oh, nice. I was gonna take a picture and say, wow, there's no more. Out of the mountains, free of the terrain. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. American Eagle.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now serving sandwiches.
Sandwiches is kind of random, and especially on a CRJ flight, but whatever. back in about 5 minutes. Back in the cockpit. Okay. And we've been overspeeding for the past 5 minutes. That's fine. We're supposed to be going Mach 7.7. seatbelt sign's gonna stay on for probably the entire flight. We only have heading mode. Land mode doesn't seem to want to work with us today, so looks like it's a heading mode, which isn't very hard because it's a very easy approach. Landing. It's so bumpy. So bumpy over the Rockies. Pulling up the weather for this flight, and yeah, it's a lot of precipitation near the Rockies, and not by Phoenix though. It is clear by Phoenix. Check out the weather in Phoenix. The weather in Phoenix currently is 280 at 11. Gust to 0. Oh, we'll have our quickly approach. Perfect. Oh, I don't know if that's for Phoenix though. Find out. Looking on the Eagle 6 arrival here. Looking on the Eagle 6, we're gonna come in here. So Eagle 2, looking at 60 knots, 180, that's our transition altitude, above flight level. Then I believe it's going to put us here to Jago and then straight to runway 26. Very easy landing. We're going to look up top of our elevation 1135. We're just looking at that now because it took a long time last time. There's three. Give me 2. 2,000 feet. 1,000. So it says 1, and somehow we're back at 2. Hope I didn't just break our pressure. Where did I put 1135? 114. Perfect. Then go back to the charts. Verify here. 26 left from Homer to Venom to ST to Base Castle to Derville. And then Derville, then straight to Jago. Expect ILS approach, or vector, radar vectors, approach. Runway 26 at Jago, intercept course, execute ILS runway 6 if unable, please 9,000, so where's the PRX? That's right here. Proceed direct to VOR if anything goes wrong. Radar required on that. GPS required turbo. Oh, so this is not the normal route you're supposed to take, but that's what Navigraph gave us, so maybe there's hazardous weather. There was more precipitation off to that side. Maybe that's why, but I wouldn't really call that so hazardous. Did it say hazardous? You used the word hazardous. Yeah, hazardous, so it's not even a hazard. But then we'll come to Eagle, a very, very simple approach. I don't see why we have any issues. We're going direct inward. I keep on thinking it's the inward. Oh my gosh. I go to the approach chart, so I'll pin the ILS one. So the ILS approach right here, we're gonna have equalizer, final course, ILS, airport elevation, and like I said, gaggle, 2 more waypoints, and we land. It's really so easy. It's probably the best beginner. So I'm going to put this back on my other screen so I can view it while I plug in the information. We're still climbing. I didn't even realize we were still climbing. So we're never going to hit the top of descent, the top of cruise, top of climb. And the top of descent is within 160 miles, so this is going to be a super short cruise most likely. But let's make sure we have the right one, and we do. So go to the radio page, and it's 111.75. The navs. I like to do it manually, and once we capture the ILS, that's when you put the course in. Most people don't know this about the CRJ. Yes, you do set the course. It's only when you have intercepted the ILS that is when you can see what the numbers are, so you can't see what the numbers are right now. So only when you intercept is when you can actually see the course. Anyways, the ILS, our minimums today. How do you set the minimums? I mean, I would assume there's a way to set the minimums. I've seen people do it before. What am I clicking that's not right? Oh, that's an RA it says. Oh. Okay, here's our minimums. Oh, this is a very fast minimums. Wow. 1385, we'll put it on 1390 just to be safe. But yeah, very bumpy ride, wow. Let's see the weather in Phoenix. Current weather right now, the winds are 280 at 11, gust 20, 10 mile visibility, fewer than 10,000 clouds, fewer than 18,000 clouds, scattered at 25,000. Temperature 111 degrees. The dew point is 55, the altimeter is 2976. This does have a precipitation, discrimination, sea level pressure at 1005.5 hectopascals. Hourly temperature, 2.9. Okay. Slowly decrease. Okay. So literally everybody but, that's annoying, everybody but Phoenix is online. That's just a little bit annoying, but whatever. Shout out to Chris. Very big shout out to Chris. What a absolute legends for that message. That just made my day. Didn't even know that. This is like my second time streaming Flight Simulator. So don't even know how to use Volata. Yeah, I was looking how to set the minimums. What did I just do? There it is. Okay. Yeah, the minimums are a little bit more confusing on this plane. It's not just a button here like the 7.3 and the 777. So, it's just different. And why are we on Mach 7? 8. Finally cruising altitude. And I believe our top of descent is like right there, yeah. So I'm gonna start already prepping for the top of descent. And pulling the speed a tiny bit. I'm so not used to the no auto throttle. It's so difficult to go back after no auto throttle for so long. The trick is to find the perfect throttle intent for it. You cruise. I think this is good. But we are gonna go to the descent checklist, which I have beautifully laminated. Maybe I'll get a camera. Maybe. Chat. Maybe we'll get a webcam. But our descent checklist consists of the FMS landing performance, so 138 knots. It's set. Oh, what's our go around speed? That's actually pretty important. It's 156, so in case of a go around 156 is going to be the speed. Approach briefing. I did that with you guys, went over the Eagle 6 and the ILS. To straighten any engine failures on final, we'll land on the runway and a full stop. Anything else that goes wrong, we'll find the quickest airport. Our alternate airport today is the Grand Canyon National Park, which is actually an airport I've never been at. I'm just familiarize myself with the chart. It's a 9,000 foot, 8,999 foot long runway, very small airport. Most likely a lot of terrain, I would assume. But the weather though, 88 degrees, 2.43, crowds 10,000, 10 mile visibility, and the wind is calm. So it is a good airport as a diversion right now. But, I mean, Phoenix just has wind. That's about it, and a crazy temperature, as it is Arizona. But, yeah. Let's continue with the descent checklist. Nav aids, we just reviewed that. Anti-ice, we don't need. Seatbelt sign is on for the whole flight. Gets pretty bumpy. Barrow, we'll set that at 18,000. Cabin pressure is set. Should be 114. Yes, it is. 140. Seatbelt sign. Landing lights. Oh, this is all below 10,000, but monitor with the throttle. Yes, we are. And we'll just go to the radio. 1175. And that's pretty much it. Very easy descent checklist. The thing I don't like about this descent checklist, it is not as descriptive as my 737 one. It is a great checklist, especially because it's very fast. There aren't a lot of things to do on the CRJ, but there are a few. And I think they should be added to this checklist, and that's the most important one, is your altitude. I mean, that's literally the most important one. At Jaggle, you should be above 4,000 feet an hour. So runway 26 is right here. So which is our last altitude? Hold on, wait a second. Oh my God, Jaggle. So 4,000 feet. It's gonna be our final altitude. We're putting on 4,000. We can always go to 3. 4,000 feet set on my autopilot panel. And we're gonna see, I think it's this page, tells me my descent rates. mean, we're over 40 miles, but I cannot stand how we just don't have nav mode. It's so annoying. Maybe I'll try it again. Yeah, nope, no. Let's stick with heading mode for now. It's just not worth the risk. I mean, if I'm already doing auto throttle, I might as well be doing auto heading mode. Not auto, manual heading mode. Because nav decides it won't work today for some reason. Can't take the day off. Doesn't work. Get a little wind view. So many mountains, so much to see. The Rockies. And then it just gets drier and drier. I mean, there's literally no water. It's just cracks. Let me see. It's funny because our alternate is very far from Phoenix. Like, for an alternate. Like, for fuel to get to the alternate is just... Oh, it's not that much, never mind. But usually the alternate's very much closer. Actually, like how it's farther away. Probably safer. Which is very good at our alternate. Like I said, just a lot of wind where we're going to Phoenix. I gotta put my Instagram. You know what? Let me put that in the chat. I know probably a lot of you, probably all two of you, are from Instagram, but just in case. I'm gonna make a chat bot, honestly. Okay. I really hate how we don't have nav. This plane is already hard enough to fly, but nav mode being out is just so annoying. What? Speed's good, which is something I don't need to worry about until the top of the sun. Now, this flight apparently is an hour and 13 minutes. We departed, I wonder if it tells me statistics, 119. We departed only 10 minutes ago? No. We didn't do it over an hour ago. No. Oh, 4390, so that would be 2 hours past 6:39. Really, 7:39. I think the timing is messed up. I'm gonna go grab food. Sure, no, I'm just gonna stay there. I do have a fresh Coke waiting for me upstairs, though, with a beautiful dinner. So when I do end, I will be upstairs eating dinner. Maybe we'll do another flight, I'll have to see. But, yeah, I think I might start doing Twitch. see how I can share my with American Virtual. Without having to like send something. How do I? You know what? Why am I being so stupid? I'll just go on to. Go on to YouTube. So you guys didn't know I use flightpanels. I'm not sponsored. Hopefully I will get sponsored one day. Flightpanels is what I use when I use my stream deck with the 737. So be sure to check them out. They're releasing the 777-300 panel this month. I just saw on the announcement. So that would be sick. And when I fly the 777, and I do, I'm probably gonna buy the profile for it. It is an aircraft that I fly a lot. On my three main aircrafts, CRJ, 737, 777. The secondary aircrafts are the 757, CRJ-4, and the Cessna 172. And any other aircraft I just don't ever use. Maybe as a third rank I'll do quadra too, but honestly I hate flying it, it's too fast for me. Great Aspen aircraft though. Great Aspen aircraft. Nails the 6.59 angle of attack like a beast. So does the CRJ, but yeah, so that thing's a monster. I'm great. Welcome to the stream. BJ Mazito, welcome. I'm great. How are you? What's going on, bud? Yeah, hi. Can you not hear me? Is my stream broken? It says my mic works. It says my mic works. Yeah, I don't know if that was like a hello, like question hello, or hello, like just another hi, because Streamlabs is saying my mic's working as it should be. But if you can't hear me in the chat, be sure to let me know in the chat. Type in the chat, tell me that you can't hear me. That would be great. You guys can hear me. Okay, good. Want to double check. We're starting the descent in about 1 minute or two. Very quick flight with Phoenix. Weather, some gusty winds, but other than that, perfect. I mean, if you like 111 degrees, then Fahrenheit, yeah, 44 degrees Celsius, then yeah. Just have my headphones on. I got it. So here comes the top of descent into point. Should be like right past there. Once again, this is going to be all flown in heading mode because our nav decided to break on us, but the route got messed up when I entered it into the FMC, so it's not so surprising. They call it turn heading 182 though. Pretty interesting. Thank you. I mean, if you came from Microsoft Flight Simulator, I mean, my account, like MSFS views on Instagram, then, I mean, that is the more interesting page. This is just how I do it, how I roll. I know I don't post often as anybody else. But, yeah. Same here. Hopefully in a couple of years I'll have my full license. That's the plan. This is just for fun. The fun actually turned into a passion, which turned into a career for me. Or future career in about, like I said, a few years. Do it. Yeah, it's fun. It's one of the best jobs in the world. Yeah, this aircraft is so much slower than the 777. I mean, like the 777 would have done this flight in like, how long? Probably 50 minutes. You would cut this flight by a lot. Around 777. 7.3 though, I only fly Mach 178, so that would be like 1 Mach more. Well, it's not really a difference. But I barely got this plane out of Aspen. A terrible climbing angle. You can go back and watch it, but it was pretty bad. In fact, the plane told me that I wouldn't be able to take off, but I took the risk because, honestly, like, it's just that I wouldn't be able to rotate. That's why. If we go in... Oh, it doesn't say, like, how high I was. Oh, I thought it was going to be that cool. Kick these throttles just a little forward, just so we can maintain 7.7. So turning now 182 as we cross over the next waypoint, which is MROON. Our transition waypoint, which we learned is actually a transition we shouldn't be using, but we're using anyway because again it's a flight simulator, not real life. But in real life, this isn't usually used. One time, I was in Microsoft Flight Simulator and I had a 747. I tried to rotate, but it wouldn't. Any hints of how to do it? So I would say make sure you have checklists. If this, I mean, it sounds like using the 747 is a terrible plane for the game, just because. One second. It's because nobody's made it besides Asobo, so it's really bad, but PMDG's making a good one, and that will rotate if you follow the flows properly. But what I would say is to get checklists, watch a lot of videos on the 747 and Microsoft Flight Simulator, familiarize yourself with the manual, familiarize yourself with the airports that you can go to with the plane, because there's not that many. Oh, the 74? There is. The A380 there isn't. But yeah, just gotta make sure you have a long enough runway, your hydraulics are on, all your switches are turned on at A to be ready for takeoff, you're following the checklist, you should be good. But also there's a lot of trial and error. Not that I've ever had takeoff that wouldn't go, but it sounds like there were just a few things missed probably in the checklist. Again, you can't even touch the hydraulics in the 747, so that's pretty weird. But I would also say don't use the 747. If you have the 787, I would do that with a mod from or maybe they made it better. I can't remember if it's a mod or not. I don't even think it's a mod, but I would say use the 787, get Navigraph, and 787 is much easier to use. Only 2 engines, very easy to start up. FMC is a little bit more confusing than a normal Boeing because it's like a computer. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Here's our top of descent. We'll start descending at a rate of 3,000 feet per minute now. Well, that's a lot. We'll pull back on the throttles. So 3,000 feet per minute. And we still need speed. Wow. That's impressive. Do you know the accident in this? I'm sure I know it. If you remind me a little bit about it, I would remember it. Just give me a little background on it, and we're good. And I can't see my speeds. Do I have... These things aren't in the CRJ, there's no shades. That's alright, Arnie. Okay, we don't even need the VREF in here. We don't even need it in here. $3,300, 3,200 feet now. It's saying speed should be 260. Oh my god, this whole thing's messed up. Oh no, it's not. It's supposed to be above. Happened in 1972. Our union rugby team that crashes it. No, not that I remember. Honestly, like, I don't know that many of the older crashes. I really only know the newer ones that happen, like, day to day. I know, like, the really, really famous... I mean, maybe this is famous for Europe or something, but maybe I do know it. But... it's just not coming off the top of my head. So let's see what happens if we try to go direct to Eagle. So that's what happens? Are you serious? Eagle 6, ILS 2 left. I mean, I can't stand how it's so broken. It's just so annoying. They crashed in Fairchild. No, there's no way I just said Hitler. I mean, a lot of crashes were during World War II, so it does make sense that I said that. I did do a ton of Holocaust history, but they crashed in Fairchild, Hitler, FH-22. Yeah, that's probably why. Honestly, I don't even know what that plane is. I'm not good with European planes, or any planes outside of Airbus, Embraer, Boeing, Bombardier. The main people. Like, I don't even know what the new Chinese plane is called, or the Russian one. Why should I? Like, I don't like either one of the countries, and I'm never going to be flying it, so it doesn't really concern me. Nor will I ever see it, because I'm neither going to any of those countries. But so at Eagle, if we make it there on heading mode, where the speed should be 260. Okay, I'll search it up after I land. First, I gotta worry about a speed restriction, which I'm about to blow past. I really need that map open, or sim map, so I can see who's online. I gotta be concerned about any planes. Oh, also, I am on 118. That's bad. Should be on 128. Okay, so there's barely any planes going into Phoenix right now. I think it's just gonna be me. Yeah, I'll remember, don't worry. Don't worry. Still going fast, even with speed brakes deployed. Might have to just keep, I could just keep the spoilers out to a quarter of the way up, just so the plane stays below speed restriction. Alright, I think we can start turning now. Two zero zero. Followed by 215, I think. And the altimeter today is 2976. Oh, it's actually down, my bad. Going the wrong way. 2976, and Homer is supposed to be above 17,000 feet. And we actually blew through that restriction, so we're just going to ignore the restriction and focus on the fact that it's a 250 restriction and just continue descending to cross Venom at 9,400, which is 14,000. And that's exactly why my speed was so... That's why my speed was so whack. Because I had a 3.3 descent rate. Now Venom is going to be 1,300 feet. 1,300 feet for Venom. Also, landing lights can come on since it's 10,000 feet. Without the cabin crew, no. Without, not 10,000, I mean 18,000 feet. That's a common misconception with airlines. Airlines in the U.S. take off the landing lights and turn them on at 18,000 feet. In Europe, it's usually 10,000. Very common U.S. misconception, which does happen a lot. So Homer at 250, 17,000 feet. Like I said, that one doesn't exist. We're going to pretend like we didn't see that one. After that, Venom, 2,400. And I could see why they wanted us at 17,000 feet. Excuse me. Homer, we're going to be heading 204, where I am landing at Phoenix. Clear skies, sunny weather. Phoenix, I think you mean when am I landing, so I'll be landing in probably about, that's not accurate, probably 10 to 15 minutes. I'll be on final, probably even less, probably 10 minutes, and on final. So 10 minutes till touchdown, Phoenix Sky Harbor. I want to verify which runway I'm landing in. I think it's the farthest to the right. Yes, it is, and I want to verify that American Airlines parks there, because if I'm go to the wrong gates, we're going to have some big issues. American Airlines CRJ gates are all the way at the end, next to the heavies. So, it's going to be the last terminal. It's going to be a longer taxi today, but... Yeah. Yeah. That's what I thought you meant. Yeah, 10,000 feet now. Verify landing elevation. Altimeter is set. Nav aids are on. And we forgot to turn. We'll make the turn now. I can't believe it's so hard playing with just heading mode. Much harder. Especially if we're trying to fly a standard instrument arrival. So 10,000 feet, we're going to now kick the speed down to 210. Keep in mind though that I'm not going to start kicking the speed down until we pass Venom. Saying Venom needs 1,600 feet. Now 1,800. After Venom, they want you heading 204. There's no way I just overshot that. Okay, anyways, we need the speed getting down to 210, and S&D is between 10,000, and we are going way too fast. 1,400 feet for S&D. You know Darman, I do know Darman. It's very old, back in the day, like 2020. And that's it for the speed, we can kick it back up. .200 now, vertical speed. Very nice mound off to the side. I just can't wait till we're on the iOS. Localizer will be tuned, that's exactly where we're going here. And the localizer is already tuned? Wow. What's our course? Our course is supposed to be, oh, we only can set it when we're actually on it? That's a little annoying. Oh, will nav mode work now? Oh, nav mode works. I hope. We'll see. We'll see if it's trustworthy. ASO's ASO's 1,300 feet. Los Andes. Okay. So I think the nav is working. That's 1,300. My favorite bird? Probably the bald eagle. As an American, I'm gonna say the bald eagle. Getting rocked side to side. Ooh, really getting rocked. Cool, I mean, I'm not a bird spotter, I'm more of a plane spotter, so I wouldn't really know. The terrain is giving us terrible turbulence. Terrible. Well, I barely have any stream delay. Very happy about that. Coming up onto Phoenix City. Site, airport should be past us. Oh, airport should be like right there. Okay. Can always fly the visual if we need to. I'm gonna switch my charts over to the localizer. Oh, 900 now. I'm in South America on American soil. I'm a South American. Oh, I'm a South American on American soil. I actually know somebody whose dad is South American. He's one of my closest friends, so I can speak Spanish. That is a big benefit. I wish I spoke Spanish. I thought I got rid of that, but yeah, we're going out to 2. A little bit of lag, but that's fine. A lot of lag. Well, come on, this time. Funny guy, 258. I don't know why my thing is going nuts. I just want to set 258, but 258. We're getting a lot of lag, surprisingly. We're going to do a landing checklist, start with flaps 1, and kick the speed down to 185. So I'm not going to be looking at chat, or try to be looking at chat. It should give us the glide slope now, and the course is 250. Again, 258, 258, perfect. We're going to continue down to 13,000. Vertical speed is off, that's good sign. Nav source on, terrain radar armed, flash set 8 now, and speed now 180. keep on forgetting the speed is in our control. I'm gonna arm the reversers, make sure the lights are on, cabin crew notify, cabin crew seats for landing, please, speed as required. And it's gonna be 138 today, so 138 on the landing speed. I'm not sure why our speed can't get down. So again, 180. Get that in the box. I'm gonna take manual control now, and I can't. We're gonna go flaps 20 gear down, and another notch of flaps. So flaps 30 now. And there we go. Finally, we have flaps full, and I seriously have no idea why this sim is giving me so much trouble today. But landing checklist complete, flaps down, gear down, thrust reversers armed, and it feels like autopilot is on. That's how bad the turbulence is. But you know,
Sync rate.
and sync rate, but that's. Oh my god, I really was about to land on a taxiway. Did not realize. Oh, it's just the wind.
500.
Oh, I'm totally chilling. Early reds, we can fix this. Yeah, we can fix this. Let's fix this now. Give me the 2 whites, please. Give me the 2 whites. There we go, 2 whites, and I just... Yikes. And I feel the wind. Definitely feel the wind in Phoenix too.
300.
I'm not high. No way.
Minimums.
Sync rate.
Continue.
200.
Not used to this plane. It's so sensitive.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, I'll take it. Not the worst. Especially with the lag. That lag was so awful. That lag was... Phoenix, you gotta do better than that with me. That was really bad. Also the wind, but mainly the frames dropping is what kills me. Get rid of this. There we go, flaps up with these speed brakes. I pull out my airport charts. I'm gonna taxi to the second taxiway and then make a left. So that's gonna be Bravo 7, Charlie 7 to Charlie, taxi to the gate, which is straight out that way.
Until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
We'll go landing lights off and we'll do the after landing checklist now. Strobe lights off, landing lights off. So after landing checklist, we'll open up the APU, wait for this to open. Then we'll start it. First of all, turn the flight directors off and hit the speed all the way to 0 and speed in and out. Strobes, probes, forgot the probes. Probes are off. ECAS as required. We're going to turn TFC. Spring radar off. Flight director flaps. Taxi. Parking guidance received. Oh, this is parking. We're not up to parking yet. Okay, I can look at the chat now. Yes, I can hear you. I just need to look at the chat. Have you ever controlled through? You gotta fix your grammar on that one. I have had wind shear many times. It's not very fun. It's very intense, but it usually doesn't happen during the summer, honestly. Maybe during thunderstorms at Newark, but it's not often I get wind shear. And I'll search when I park at the gate. It's just gonna be a little bit of a longer taxi since I'm trying to go all the way down to the CRJ gates. But I'm gonna kick up the speed a little. We're going to is ours. This is Lima. The next one. We're gonna roll. This is one of the best airport sceneries that I love. I love this airport scenery, especially the modeled bridges and the American Airlines. I've been to this airport in real life, so it is, I can tell you firsthand that it is literally exactly what it feels like. Pavement, everything. I just went to the wrong side, but that's not hard to. And I'm going to take this gate right here as my parking space. And I don't think going into the gate 20 knots is advisable, but a little bit more there, a little bit more, there we go. Okay, parking brake is set, taxi light is off, engines 2 and 1 off, with the fuel pumps off, beacon can come off, passenger signs are now off, hydraulics all off, turn off the window heat and turn the transponder off, and transponder 2000 standby. And we're gonna go ahead and come over to the aircraft and connect the chocks, open the doors, call for the jet bridge. And I'm deciding if we should do another flight. That jetway is so close too close for comfort. Okay, no jetway today. Too close for comfort. Way too close for. I'm just gonna not use the jetway. Okay, so as requested, you wanted me to Hiller FH-2270. That is a very interesting aircraft. It's like a -8. It's like a -8, but weirder. What about the cockpit? What is the cockpit? Wow. That, talk about a confusing aircraft. Wow. It's an interesting plane. No, I don't know about that aircraft or the crash, but it does sound very interesting. But yeah, I don't crash it over an American Eagle. You know it. Anyways, let's go ahead and submit the flight. And follow the exact directions we were given on how to submit this flight properly. So we're going to go to direct messages. And we're going to see after your flight is over, end the flight. And open the flight again from your flights tab. So flights tab. This one. And at the top right of your screen, username, you'll see Right, I don't see my username. You have to learn for 5 years to learn how to fly it. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think I would want to fly it. See the share banner at the top right of your screen. Yeah, I know you mean it, don't worry. I believe you. Just a beautiful plane. American Eagle. I love how it says American Eagle. For the livery update. Can't disclose that, man. Private information, sorry. I need to figure out how to submit this flight. From Valada. I mean, how in the world friends? I don't have friends. How do I do this? Oh, share flight, copy. Oh, okay, we got it. Okay, I can share this flight. That makes everybody's life so much easier. File a manual report. SkyWest, we used fuel. We left with minus. What's our current fuel? We have 833. So 4433. 4433. Flight time 1 hour and 13 minutes. SkyWest, we used this route. And I'm gonna paste our proof of flight. In the meantime, though, I think I'm gonna shut off for the night. I'm a little tired. I'm gonna go eat dinner. So, I'm gonna shut up for the night. Shut up and shut up. Wheel chocks in place, parking brake. Okay, thank you guys for tuning into the stream. That will be all for today. I will start a new stream if... actually, you know what? Everybody type in chat right now if you want another flight. I'll do another flight if people are down. If we get... Ooh, I wonder if I could do... Oh, that'd be sick. Can I do a poll? I don't think I can do a poll, or at least I don't know how to. But was I gonna say? Yeah, if you guys want another flight, you're welcome to type it in chat. I'm gonna go upstairs and eat dinner. I will be back and I will look at the chat and see if you guys want another flight. Then I'll change the title and we can do another flight. Otherwise, I'm going to eat dinner. Okay, I think I'm going to sign off for the night as it is getting late. So, good night. Thank you for joining the stream. Hopefully you'll subscribe and you'll be able to watch it again later. And, I mean, you'll watch more streams in the future. I have to do more.